करके we're ready for the challenge बैठ करके लाइफ एक मैदान है जो सिर्फ और जान है तो बनेगा काम भी खुला आसमान है तो पहन के तो red and gold go challengers go play bold wow चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स के पहले बिसलारी.
Hello guys, all of you, all RCB fans. Big day, big win for all of us. Fantastic, isn't it? RCB crush Mumbai Indians by 54 runs. Huge wicket. I mean, Harshal Patel hat trick. I think he got the second hat trick of the season for himself. So that's a great achievement, I'll say. To start with, Virat was a bit scratchy, but we know he's a class player. He scored these runs. Could have carried on, maybe a bit of pressure because of few dot balls here and there. But good win. Let's keep the momentum going. I know Mumbai is a strong team. I mean, multiple time champions, defending champion this time, looking for a three-peat. But a big win against Mumbai. This was very important considering we came back after two losses, and Mumbai also were in the same boat as like us. But to win this game and to by a margin of 54 runs is a great win. Okay, so all RCB fans again, be joyful, enjoy it because this was required, man. This was required. Coming to the game, I think before we talk about RCB, there was a double header today, as we all know. Must say, Chennai Super Kings, brilliant win versus KKR, chasing 170 odd on a tacky pitch in Abu Dhabi. It's a quality attack, mind you, of KKR, which had Ferguson, Varun Chakravarti, Narayan. It was great. I mean, let's to start with KKR. Had a good start from Rahul Tripathi, who was batting well. He carried on his form from the last game. 45 he scored. KKR got 171. Even someone like Nitish Rana chipped in 37, but the real cameo was Dinesh Karthik with his 26 odd with a few boundaries and sixes. Good to see him. But chasing 172 on a tough pitch there with a good start like what they had in Rutraj Gaikwad and Faf du Plessis. They had a wonderful opening partnership there. Did KKR about 70 odd in 8 overs. They got it. Rutraj Gaikwad got a 40, du Plessis 43, but they lost both of them pretty quickly. But Moeen Ali took the momentum forward with a decent 30 odd knock. But it was again they lost a few wickets in the middle with Raina, Raidu, Dhoni. But then Sir Jadeja, he stepped up. What a knock, man. Just 8 balls, 22, 2 fours and 2 sixes in a crucial 19th over of Prasidh Krishna, who I don't think was the right choice at that point of time. Generally, the 19th over, you need to bowl your best bowler. I think could have been Loki or a Narayan at that point of time. There was a injury concern for KKR with Andre Russell limping off towards the fag, and that may have upset the calculations a little bit. But what do you say? Certain things you can't help. But Prasidh, even though if he had been bowling the 28th over, would have been understandable with some protection in the end. But that 19th over was very, very costly from KKR point of view because that leaked a lot of runs. I mean, big runs that too. And that is the pressure, though. Last over, Sunil Narayan got a couple of wickets to put the cat among the pigeons. But the depth of Chennai Super Kings with Deepak Chahar coming at 10 was cool, along with Lord Shardul there. Sar Jadeja, everyone rocked. Big win for Chennai Super Kings, and rightly so. Ravindra Jadeja was named the man of the match. So congrats to all the CSK fans also here because they move on to the top of the table. But right now, as I said, we are speaking about RCB, man. ESCN is all it is because all RCB fans, only thing we care about is what happens this time. Last season, this is for someone like a Virat Kohli who is going in and will be the captain for all of us. So let's see, at least a win or a trophy can be great. Else, no problem. Something, at least a big win against MI is always welcome for all of us. So coming back to this game, after a decent start, Virat ably supported by someone like Shrikar Bharat, who played a very good knock, I'll say. I mean, we have seen him in domestic cricket in Ranji trophies to this good scoring, but in a white ball format, his skills are still untested. but he came good with a decent partnership with Virat, a good 60-odd partnership. Let's have a look at the scorecard first for RCB. For that, let's go one by one because 1 minute. Share. Yeah. So coming back to the scorecard, I said Virat Kohli 51, continuing his form from the last few games. Was a bit scratchy in the middle of his innings and even towards the end. The dot balls kind of played on in his innings, but well played, I'll say. Um, particular unfortunate, got a cracking of a ball from Jasprit Bumrah. Good catch from Quinton de Kock there too. But Shikhar Bharat, as I said, very impressive knock of 32 here. Got the momentum going for RCB, and then once he got out, uh, Glenn Maxwell. The big show turned up finally today. Big show, along with Virat, his switch hits or reverse scoops, whatever all those shots were absolutely A class from Glenn, the big show Maxwell. They had about a 50 out on partnership in just 6 overs or 6.5 overs. And after the departure of Virat, in came our Superman, AB de Villiers. Couple of shots of Jasprit Bumrah, the flick of a decent looking Yorker to a six, and a short ball that was balled to him, a good high bouncer. He just slapped a straight drive pull shot. How good was that? I mean, how many times have you seen that of a bowler of Bumrah being hit straight back over the bowler's head of a short delivery, and that too bouncing bouncer length delivery with a uh, cross-batted shot. ABD only can do it, man. He's a genius. I mean, that gave us that momentum where the score was looking like around 140, 145, max 150. You're thinking that gave us that 165 boost in the end, which was very, very competitive. Before the game, my judgment was looking at the pitch. 165 was, I mean, 160, 170 was the power score. They got to that 165 because my belief was the bowling attack that RCB had and the pitch at Dubai being a bit more two-paced. If you get a par plus score, you can always defend it. That's the key here. And finally, RCB did manage to get that par score. Yeah, with good contribution from Virat, Maxi, and ABD a little bit here and there, and of course Shikhar Bharat. But then that was just half the story, right? Batting and getting 165. Uh, to defend 160 odd against a power packed lineup of Mumbai Indians, where everyone one after the other, the players keep coming in and coming great. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there are crackers going on right now to celebrate an RCB win. Passion, what do you say? It happens. It happens only in RCB, man, in Bangalore. Yeah, enjoy the show. Okay, crazy RCB. What to do? Anyways, yeah, as I said, Mumbai Indians chasing 166. We all know, in spite of their two losses in the last two games, still you can never ever take the Mumbai Indian team lightly. They believed that 160 was chaseable. I'm pretty sure with the batting depth they have and the quality they possess against an RCB attack, I'm pretty sure they would have fancied their chances. But Decock was good to start with, but little scratchy towards the end. But Yuzvendra Chahal was my key bowler for the day, is what I had picked him for. He got Decock to play a scoop on the leg side, and we got that wicket there. Good catch from Maxwell. But then was as an Indian fan, you can keep RCB or MI or any such things aside. A little bit of a minor scare was there, which we saw when Ishan Kishan stepped out. Glenn Maxwell hit a straight drive back, and Rohit Sharma, trying to save himself, had his hand in front of his face, which caused a bit of a minor injury scare and a few heartbeat skip for MI fans, RCB, as well as all Team India fans. Man, we were all worried. It was good to see that Rohit recovered, but unfortunate thing was the next ball that he got to face after this minor scare. He got out. Uh, RCB fan, yeah, I will say, yeah, that was a good wicket because we all know what Rohit Sharma possesses, the big hitting. When you're striking well, he hit a six also of Maxwell towards the longer side of the boundary. But that kind of set the cat among the pigeons, I'll say, for Mumbai Indians. That was a key turning point. not the Rohit Sharma wicket, but the ball before that, where Ishan Kishan's drive hurt Rohit Sharma and may have caused that, I would say, a non-powerful shot by Rohit. Then we saw the spinners coming to their own. Maxwell and Yuzvendra Chahal kept the run scoring down and got the wickets. Must say, the big wicket was from just Surya Kumar Yadav, which Mohammad Siraj got. Yes, I know Surya hasn't been among the runs. Uh, what's this? The Panshu is saying Harshal Patel, Purple Patel. Yes, he's Purple Patel, Dipanshu, because he is the purple cap holder. But more than that, not just getting wickets or getting lucky with your wickets, but I'll say the getting wickets at the right time of the right batsman is more important here. He got the two key wickets of Hardik Pandya. Yes, Hardik is coming back after a layoff and his injury scare, but we all know the power that Hardik Pandya possesses to get him out with a slower ball and then following it up with the big man, Kieron Pollard man. You get him out with a slower one behind the legs. Awesome thought process to start with to get that wicket. Great stuff for Harshal Patel. And he was, by the way, the next ball, Rahul Chahar came in with a full length Yorker, which he got him, and that was a hat trick. Harshal Patel, fantastic hat trick. Virat takes his team to the top now. Are you sure they were on the top of the table now, Dipanshu? I mean, I think RCB still at number three, man. Are you sure? Let me see. Let me go to the points table if it's updated with the run rate and stuff. Just to clear your point, Dipanshu, I'll show you. That I don't think RCB is at the point at the top of the table. Um, Here you can see. Yeah, RCB is at number three, man. Um, had 12 points, 6 wins out of the 10 games. Chennai and DC are still at the top. I think these two are running away. I'll say I think the battle is on for the third and fourth positions. Yeah, you can say RCB has distanced themselves from the rest here with a 4 point gap here. But the fourth place will be a good nail biter from KKR, Punjab, Rajasthan, even Mumbai. I'll say they can win 4 games in a row here, and because you have seen the quality they possess, Mumbai Indians can never ever be taken lightly, man. So let's wait and watch. It's still a long tournament. Yeah, I mean, take this team upward. Hmm. Upward, as in, I mean, due respect, bro. We started at three before the second leg. We lost 2 games. We're still at three. We won. We are still at three. So upward, not in the points table. Yeah, I know what you mean. Taking the momentum forward. Yeah, I agree with that. But good win, I'll say, because number three means you are in the top four. You'll always be in that eliminator point of view. Congratulations. Thank you. I don't think just for me, the Pancho. I think for every RCB fan, also it's a congrats. But more than that, as an Indian fan, we are happy to see someone like a Virat Kohli get runs. The way he has possessed, I know the T20 squad is out. I'm not sure if he'll open the innings because we already have a couple of openers in Rohit Sharma and Lokesh Rahul. So Virat may drop down to number three. And in case of any other requirement, we have someone like Ishan Kishan also who can come in and do the opening job for us. So from T20 World Cup point of view, I'll be more happy if guys like Surya Kumar Yadav, he also comes among runs. Hardik Pandya as an all-rounder, not just getting those big hits away, but a few overs here and there, so that the balance is not affected. So we'll get that more depth and make it. Gives us more room to be a bit more fearless at the top of the order also, and we can't be relying always on Rohit, Virat and Rahul, so that we get more confidence among the players as well to get the victory for us moving forward. What's this? Shreyas should replace Ishan. Big concern for Ishan Sky Hati. Yeah. That's what I said. Moving forward, still a few games are left for Mumbai. Hopefully, Ishan and Surya or Hardik gets that runs. Whether their team or any person's team is not qualifying for the playoff of IPL is secondary. We sincerely hope all the players who are selected for T20 World Cup squad are in form and fit. That's more important because of the situations that we are seeing nowadays about COVID, etc. We don't want any last minute concerns with respect to the availability of players, so that everything goes rosy for everyone, man. Let's see how it goes. Still 4 games. As an MI fan, you can say you hope these guys all fire up, and Rohit Sharma's injury is not too major and it's minor enough, so that everything goes well and he's available for the coming games as well as the T20 World Cup, because he's a key player. So coming back to the game, RCB, the bowling especially was top class, I'll say, because someone like Mohammad Siraj coming good after a bit of a disappointment to start with. It was a good comeback for him. He showed his skills, good pace early on, ably supported well by Harshal Patel in the middle overs. But the key and the man of the match for me, I think, is it out the man of the match? I think must be someone like Glenn Maxwell. Maxi was the star today. The Big Show turned up well. Yes, it is the Big Show who's the man of the match. What did it say? Okay, this is some strange fact that we have here, that this is the first time RCB has beaten Mumbai Indians in the same season twice. Wow, that's I don't know, even I don't remember. Yes, the points table are here and we are number 3, but yeah, that's a huge fact which that I was not aware of, that this is the first time RCB has beaten Mumbai twice in the same season in the same league. So Virat has said that he's happy, and in case everybody has played the shots, he is feeling there and not pressure. Yeah, bit short as we're thinking 170, 180, but 160 was a pass score. Harshal was unbelievable. Yeah, it was pretty close. I thought Virat and KS got us of those starts, which is the short aside and my bowling. So yeah, great. So even Glenn Maxwell agrees that the if you want to make one change in the T20 World Cup, what would it be? If you are thinking about the spinner slot that you are talking about, the Panshu, whether it's Chahal and Rahul Chahar, as I said, the squads are already out. I don't want to comment on that. You have to hope that whoever plays has their own strengths and weaknesses, and you hope that whoever has been picked does the best for your job. And but we should be also happy that we have so many options here. In case of some injuries or out of form, we can change the squad still October 10th. So wait and watch. Let's not jump the gun uh, right now itself based on a couple of games. Do you think Ishan yes, that's what I was saying. Because of that injury to Rohit Sharma, that was a key turning point, man. I mean, jokes aside, but that was did look very serious because his hand was a bit shaking at that point of time, and you don't want to see such injuries on a cricket field with whichever team you support or whatever it is, any leagues or any international game. You don't want to see any players injured on the field, basically. I think there was one more such moment where Harshal Patel was running into ball and he slipped almost on his ankle. Such things we have seen in the past where fast bowlers come in because of a little bit of moisture on the pitch side. They do roll over their ankles, and sometimes they're not able to bowl the entire game. And from a captaincy point of view, they'll feel like they have lost one bowler and they don't know whom to be the bowler who will come and fill up not just those overs. If you just go in with 4 bowlers, you are basically left with using part timers then. So you don't want to see such accidents on the cricket field or injuries happening. So you always hope everyone's fine, man. It doesn't matter which team you support. Hope those things don't happen on the cricket field ever. I mean, as a Sri Lankan, I'll say I was there was an incident that happened in the late 90s when Steve Waugh and Jason Gillespie collided. I don't know how many of you have seen it. That was horrible. One was got a cracked nose, and other one on their knee. They were out for quite a few months. I mean, someone like a Gillespie is a bowler, and that'll affect the Australian side at those point of time. So such kind of stuff you don't want to see on a cricket field, man. It's bloody bad, yeah, and scary also at times. Let's see. But as you said, yeah, Ishan Kishan. To be honest, more than that, his form is a concern. He's a wonderful hitter. He's been picked ahead of, say, a Sanju Samson, maybe, who is his direct competition in this point of time. Sanju is doing well and leading RR also with a lot of enthusiasm. Though sometimes the results have been a bit mixed for RR, but they're playing that fearless brand of cricket, ably guided by someone like a mentor in Kumar Sangakkar. So Sanju is improving, Sanju is also a top order batsman. So Ishan, he needs to be a bit more careful over his shoulders. I know keeping wise, Ishan Kishan is slightly ahead, but batting wise, he has a lot more talent. And he's a left-hander, which can be crucial in certain phases of the game against certain spinners or something. A guy like Ishan Kishan can be more dangerous. But yeah, Sanju, we have seen against fast bowling, is a cracker of a batsman, man. He can hit those pull shots and hit sixes straight away. He can come in from the first ball, he can get going. So that's a advantage of Sanju. So I'd say both of them do well, and whoever is getting picked for the team, they do their best and win games for India. So let's see how all these youngsters go around. I'll say it's a good headache to have that so many players are doing well and whom to pick, then to say whom to pick here. You don't want that kind of situation where you don't know whom is your best 15 or 20 going forward. So it's good headache to have plenty of options rather than no options at all. So be fortunate enough as Indian fans that you have so many youngsters coming up, stepping up, and putting their hand up for selections, like we have seen from CSK, like Rutraj Gaikwad, Devadat Padikal for RCB. In the bowling front, we have seen someone like Arshdeep Singh doing well. um, we saw the other guy, uh, Harpreet Brar from Punjab Kings, having a good game. A very confident left arm spinner. Very rarely we see a spinner who is so young in his IPL career as well as his domestic career as well, having so much confidence to go up to the batsman. I mean, the captain, that is KL Rahul, and say, I am ready to bowl against any kind of batsmen who are at the other end and still not be faced. Be unfazed. That's a good quality to see among young Indian players who are uncapped. That is, against big international stars, they still have that, they are confident in their ability and do well. Great signs for Indian cricket, I'll say. Let's see how it goes moving forward, because so much competition makes people better. So that's what we want. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, man. These things never cease to amaze at times. Mm, yeah, so as an RCB fan, I'd say enjoy your game, enjoy the results. Still couple of games. I think next up they have RR. Is it? Let's see the fixtures, because this is a big time now. Because if you are at 12 points, that's guaranteeing you a third place. But you like to be in the top two ideally, so that you get one more crack at the finals. But DC and Chennai Super Kings are way ahead already. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, next up, RCB play RR in Dubai here on Wednesday. So as RCB fans, we hope that's a game that we can win and keep moving forward. Tomorrow, by the way, there is a Sunrisers and Rajasthan Royals also. I think that result will be key to see how Rajasthan come up, because Sunrisers has been the bottom place team, and though they played well last game, Jason Holder all-round show was good, but we don't know. Guys like David Warner are struggling, Williamson is struggling, though. So not sure how well SRH is going to cope with all those problems of plenty. Even the Indian middle orders are struggling big time, like Manish Pandey, Kedar Jadhav. I don't know, where they will find. They have a couple of good youngsters in Abhishek Sharma, Priyam Garg from UP. I hope these guys are given more chances to come forward, because we've seen the Indian youngsters perform in this stage. So hope these guys also can come up and showcase their talents. We have seen it previously also in a few games in the previous years and seasons where uh, these guys have to come good. Hope they're given a longer rope, because this could be the final season. These guys will be playing for these teams. So put up a hand and show what you got. Yeah, Ashu, can MI make it, Rohan? Make it where play top four is what I am assuming here. But see, they have still 4 games in hand. They have to win those four to get into 16 points. That will guarantee a safety if you want to say 8 wins. But it's tough to be certain in this league. We have seen it over the years. To win four in a row at the back end of the league is pretty tough. Yes, yes, I should top four is what I assume. 4 wins in a row at this point of time looks tough, but a team that can make it is someone like MY, to be honest with you. MI can do it, but I'm not sure they will be doing it also, because the huge fluctuations in their fortunes since the second leg started. I'm pretty sure someone like Hardik Pandya has been missed. I don't know how well he's coping up with the bowling and batting front. Just we saw him today. In due respect, just one game can't decide someone's fate. Let's hope all these big guns fire, because as I was saying earlier, Hardik Pandya, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, these guys have been a concern for them. Uh, Not as an MI fan, but as an Indian cricket fan, I'll say hope they come good soon rather than late. Irrespective of whether MI qualify or not, for as an Indian fan, we'll hope these guys come good and in form just before the league ends. Sky Ishan Chahar working science, Hardik not bowling. Is yes, that's yes, yes, yes. You are adding Rahul Char also to it. So again, I think this was a debate that was going on whether Rahul Char's selection was a right thing. Comparing with maybe today's bowling show with someone like Yuzi Chahal. One thing we are forgetting is Yuzi Chahal is more experienced than Rahul Chahar. But the selection that was made for Rahul was his speed through the air. Uzi at times has been a bit expensive in the last year or so, but thing is, on these pitches and the opposition that India will be facing, who will be more useful is what we need to check. Whether someone like a Rahul Char, speed through the air will be more useful, or the guy of Yuzvendra Chahal. Both are quality leg spinners. As I said, we should be happy that we have two quality leg spinners. In case of an injury, the other will come in. So let's see, till October 10th, there is a time for changing our squads. If not, um, we do know at the key times of the tournament during the World Cup, certain injuries or niggles can come up where another person can come in. So let's see. You never know. This is a very topsy-turvy season because of COVID times and etc. So anybody can come in. So let's see. So that both Rahul Char fans as well as Yuzvendra Chahal's fans are happy. Your top four. I think out of top four, I'll say top two are decided already, Ashu, in Delhi Capitals and Chennai Super Kings. Based on today's win, yeah, RCB may just come into that third spot, because they have a game against Rajasthan and Hyderabad, which on paper they should win. Uh, and I think the last league game against Delhi they have. So you are not sure if Delhi may play their full strength, keeping the rotation and workload management in mind, so they can on paper win 3 games. So RCB also may just get into that top four. The fourth place team, I think we are thinking that any it's anybody's game, and I'm not sure whether 16 point is required for anybody to qualify as of now. Maybe 14 may be good enough based on the run rates. So teams like KKR, RR, Mumbai, and even someone like Punjab may just be in the contention, but not sure. But to be honest, I feel someone like a KKR with their positive run rate can just be that number four team, and also they have that momentum going through. Never know. KKR and Punjab same points, but again, as I said, run rate is a difference. Rajasthan has one more game in hand, so if Rajasthan win uh, the games that are which are must wins, like which they have against the bottom place team, they start with Sunrisers tomorrow. If they win, they'll be above KKR, so Rajasthan can be also in contention. So one of Rajasthan or KKR may just come into the top four. Sorry, as a MI fan, may just not come in, but as I said, MI to win all four will be their cup of tea, but they may have to depend on other people's result going forward. So, as I prefer, you keep your destiny in your own hands rather than rely on someone else. There's that saying where each one of us has our own favorite teams, etc. Who may be the team that we all may support in case our teams don't qualify or lose. To be honest, we will all support the team that should win so that our team can move forward. That's the reality and that's the truth. So let's not see who is our second favorite, third favorite, etc. Let's hope all do well. But right now, based on the tables and the standings, and looking at the fixtures availability, I'll say one of RR or KKR, maybe the number four. MI may just miss out coming towards the end, maybe. Let's see how it goes. Definitely, Hyderabad may not qualify. Punjab Kings mathematically have a chance, but realistically, looking at the way they have choked at the key moments, they may not. Let's see. Uh, let's see who's gonna be top for its long tournament, man. Whoever is the best owner can also at times um, be into the top four. We have seen that before, right? Bowie to be replaced by if he has so-called niggle. I think we have two standbys already, right? Apart from Shreyas Iyer as a batsman, we have Deepak Chahar and Lord Shardul Thakur. So again, depends if they feel they need a new ball bowler who's a specialist new ball bowler and be a decent batsman. It will be Deepak Chahar. But if Hardik Pandya is a concern, then Shardul Thakur can be a decent option because he can bat and bowl and he has that happy knack of getting those big wickets at key moments of time, and he has that heart also to sometimes get those big wickets, which is match defining at times. So let's see. First of all, to be honest, let's not hope there is any niggles leading up to the tournament. Maybe during the course of the tournament, if you have a niggle, that's a different point of view. Because I always feel uh, when you go into a tournament, you want a settled squad without any distractions. Um, Apart from 15, I mean, yeah, that's what that's what I meant. Deepak Chahar or Shardul Thakur, one of them, depending on other person's form. Also, is what I said. One slot difficult to see. Let's see. During the tournament, as I said, sometimes these niggles can come up where just to surprise the opposition, we may have last minute replacements because they may not be prepared. So these things we have seen in the past, like classic example, 2019 World Cup. I won't say that was any niggle, but that was an injury that happened to Shikhar Dhawan after a fantastic knock against Australia. He was doing well. Suddenly, Rishabh had to come in. He was played just a couple of league games before to the semi-final, and Rishabh was used as an X factor. It's a different thing that he didn't come off, but it was looked at that motive why Rishabh was kept in the standbys. It did come off, but this is generally the logic that people and the selectors like to follow, where they want to keep one or two players slightly held back so that they can be unleashed at the right point of time, hoping it works. But sometimes it doesn't, so you don't mind as long as the process of thinking is right. Execution can be seen on the day how it works out, but we don't mind as long as the thinking is right. The process should be more focused on the end result at times. So let's see how it goes. Manager, great analysis. Oh, thank you, Manager. Thanks for your comment. I mean, I know you are also an RCB fan. You are also very happy, man. Let's say play bold. That's what I think RCB did today. They did play bold, though initially there was a bit of scratchiness from Virat and Padikkal. Padikkal did get out early, but it happens in a T20 game. You can't expect all those things to go your way. You do react at times based on the action from the opponent. My top four: CSK, DC, RCB, KKR, and CSK RCB final. Obviously, you'll know the winner. I think this is very, very big forecasting you have gone, Ashu. I mean, CSK RCB final. Honestly, I mean, what did KKR and DC do? I mean, just looking at the league, DC is the team to beat this season. Irrespective of what previous results of CSK or MI or KKR have been winners, DC has the best bowling attack. I mean, I always say batsmen win your games and the bowlers win you the championships. So DC has the best bowling in Rabada, Notge, uh, Ash is there. Aksar is doing a commendable job. They will miss that all-round option of Stoinis if he's not fit. That could be a concern, or that's a spot which teams can explore. And DC at times during crunch games do choke a bit. So I'll say you as a DC fan, I'll say that's a gray area that can be exploited, but you hope those things on the day don't show up or get covered somehow, because they have a gun batting in Shikhar and Prithvi have been doing the good role, and Shreyas has been impressive this time, maybe relieved from the captaincy. He has freed him more and played well. Pant, as usual, we know he's a dangerous customer there. Hetmaya, we know, man, that guy can hit from ball one to any corner of the ground to any bowler on his day. So they have some dangerous players there in the squad. So DC also is a team to watch out for. So I won't be so easily ruling out DC. KKR, I don't see much weakness in there because everybody's chipping in. Shubman, yeah, hasn't got big runs, but he has played a couple of fantastic shots and just not carried on. Unfortunate, but I hope he comes good soon. Tripathi has done well. Rana has done well. Bowling front, Varun Chakravarti and Narayana have always been miserly. Uh, Lockie Ferguson has been gun with his pace bowling. Prasidh is a worry, but they have a couple of good youngsters to cover him. I'll say in Shivam Mavi and Kamlesh Nagarkoti. Andre Russell's injury is a concern for KKR fans, so let's see how that goes. But CSK, they have all bases covered, to be honest with you. Irrespective of which team you support, CSK is one of the top teams that's we always know. Uh, what's this? Dhoni mind greater than DC batsman. Yes, man, always. I mean, you don't compare. Wait, we have Pawan here to the. Hi, Pawan.
Hi, how are you? How
Happy,
are you?
happy
Yeah,
as an RCB fan, and
yeah. Well done to RCB today.
thank you,
Congrats,
thank you, thank you,
congrats.
Pawan. Nice to see you here.
Yeah, Dipanshu said Dhoni's mind to DC batsman.
No,
Yeah, I
no.
also agree. Yeah, yeah.
Ashutosh said
Definitely, I
that
agree with that.
Dhoni's mind is greater than DC batsman. I mean, to be honest, Dhoni's mind is greater than any batsman or any team's batsman. So let's not get in that. That's why he's been made the mentor here. He's there to guide Virat or Rohit, etc. moving forward. His intelligence is unmatched across countries and leagues. So
Because he's
don't
won the
compare anyone.
2007 World Cup also for India somehow. The
Yes.
2020 World Cup, the first time.
I mean, due
Yeah.
respect, I think to go a flashback here, last over still we had Harbhajan Singh as an option, but he went to someone like a Joginder Sharma. Uh, as a fan watching that game, even every one of us was a bit confused. But the logic there was since Jogi has a lesser pace, so Misbah has to do the hitting than
Hmm.
getting, say, Harbhajan was bowling quicker and flatter, which was
Yeah.
aiding his big hits. So such thinking only a Dhoni can do, man. And
Hmm.
there are a million
Yeah. True.
other strategies which Dhoni has done, which as Indian fans we can never forget. So yes,
True. True.
Dhoni is Tala. Okay, Tala Dhoni, great Dhoni. Okay,
Yeah.
whistle podu for Dhoni
True.
also.
True. True. True.
Yeah, Ashutosh said agreed. Yes, that's why CSK. Yes, Macha. See, there's one more thing. Could be the last time we may see MS on leading CSK and stuff. Not
Hmm.
sure about next season what can happen. They may want to give him a grand farewell also.
Yeah. True.
So all these things come
I
into
think if
picture.
they
But
win the IPL this season, it could be the last. I think for
maybe,
Dhoni,
maybe
possibly.
we are not sure, Pawan, what that great man is thinking in his mind. None of us can understand. Suddenly things will happen, and then you will start thinking the logic. But before it happens, I
Do
don't
you think
think
that
we
Dhoni was the greatest captain ever for India? Like ever, I mean, in history, most probably compared.
see. I always have a point of debate here. Greatest in terms of white ball cricket, yes. One day or T20, yeah, agreed. Not just because of these thinkings, he has won the trophies.
Yeah, yeah, I'm talking about
Ultimately,
limited overs mainly about
limited
T20
overs, yes,
cricket.
limited overs, hands down, MS Dhoni.
Okay.
No debate on that.
Hmm.
So MS is, I mean, red ball cricket. There have been legends who have captain. Maybe not had the results that we had, but
Hmm.
everybody made a mark where the next one who came forward, he took out the legacy forward, like be it a
That's it.
Dada or a Patodi, Wadekar. I don't know about these guys if you are aware or not. Gavaskar, Kapil Dev, all
Yeah.
had their own imprint on the game. The people who came forward took it forward and made it better. That's how it is, right?
Hmm.
You evolve in the end. Ashu says, apart from 2014 and 2012, KKR was led by Gambhir. Every time CSK finals, they won apart from facing MI. I think that's why MI is not reaching this time. So CSK is getting more favorite. So all
But I think
CSK
this time this DC is settled. I think this DC team can win it for me because they've reached the final, they've reached the playoff. I think that one step is only
yeah,
required for them to win. Since that's why I'm thinking if DC didn't go to the finals last year, yes, probably CSK have the. I mean, I'll definitely tell CSK will win the IPL. But see, they have come from a platform, okay, playoffs
yeah.
in 2019, from last place in
Ashu
2018
is
to
still saying yes. That's why
2019.
CSK. Yes.
2018 last place, 2019 playoffs, 2020 finals. This
Finals.
year, I
Yeah.
think they have that team to win because they've stick
Yeah.
to the same team for 3 years now. DC, that's what I'm saying.
See, Ashu is saying hope Pavan is right with respect to DC. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Ashu, uh, forget as a IPL fan or Indian fan, anything. Just as a cricket fan who is following IPL, do want to see a new winner this time. CSK, MI has been very repetitive, and same thing has been happening for last few years. So could be DC, RCB, or
Even I would be
uh,
happy if RCB win.
anyone.
I would be
Yes,
happy if RCB reach the playoffs.
correct.
That's what, as a neutral fan. I mean, as an
Yes,
IPL fan, I would like if RCB, even a Punjab Kings, as Aryan supports.
yeah,
Yes, if Punjab Kings make to the playoff, I'm very happy because they haven't reached that much success compared to the other teams. Because
yeah,
Punjab Kings only twice they have reached the playoffs. So I'll be
yeah,
happy if they actually even beat MI. Even though I support slightly for MI, I'll be happy as a IPL fan if Punjab Kings beat MI on Tuesday because they can go to the top four. So
yeah.
that's what. So hope these, yeah.
Kohli
Afan here
break
says,
big IPL record. Afan Najar.
I don't know.
What's the record? You mean the
Could you be a bit
10,000
more
run mark?
specific?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
if you can
10,000
be a
run
bit more
mark, I think
specific.
he's playing with respect to
Yeah.
T20 cricket, I'll say.
Hmm.
I think can understand being you guys fan of RCB and DC not. What is that? What you're trying to hear? See, we are cricket
I
fans
think
in the
Ash is a
main.
bit disappointed now. MI is at seventh, like lowest place. I know that Ashutosh is saying that MI can make a comeback. Yeah, if it's any other team, definitely it's MI. I know, understand. But right now, please, the middle. I mean,
Yeah,
the middle order of MI. I don't know
consistent K,
what
yeah.
to say. This is the issue. Middle order of MI is a bit of a concern. If they can definitely improve that in the next game against Punjab Kings,
Yeah.
maybe make some changes. Actually, I don't know what has happened to Sky since he has played for India. I don't know. I mean, he was really good in the Sri Lanka series, but
Yeah.
for IPL, I don't know what's happened with him seriously in the three
Uh,
games that he has played.
and that's what I think we are
It's a big
debating this
surprise.
couple of days back also, Pavan. Surya at times, no, he likes the ball coming onto the bat very well. The quicker you bowl to him, he'll hit you. You know all those fancy scoops, ram shots, all those things. When the ball is a bit a slower one is bowled or off pace deliveries are bowled, he struggles to time it a bit from the word go. That kind of builds up the dot balls. The strike rate comes down. Then ultimately plays a fall shot and gets out.
But
Today
he has
also,
been
if you see,
consistent. No, last day in the UAE also he was really good. No, he scored about
yes, but
500 runs in UAE.
yes, Pavan, there he was a new guy. People didn't know about this guy's strength and
Yeah,
weaknesses.
probably
They were
pressure
trying to
must be
ball.
hitting him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So people are working him
Yeah,
out,
yeah, I
what
get
is
it.
happening and stuff.
Same
So
with
even
Ishan
today, if you
Kishan, I
see,
think.
maybe,
That's
yeah,
what.
Ishan
Yeah.
Kishan is still young man. Yes, he sometimes he only gets out rather than bowler getting him out. These are young fellows, right? They want to go for big hits and stuff. No issues. They learn from these things. But today, if you see someone like Siraj, he bowled a slower one outside off. That's where he got out, Surya. If that was a normal pace delivery, a Surya cut shot would have gone for four. He held
Hmm.
out.
Very
So
true.
maybe bowlers have worked him out that go a bit slow to Surya. He can be a wicket there. Let's
Rohit, I
see.
think
Hope
you
he.
can't blame about Rohit because he's just come after
Yeah, he got
injury, and
hit,
I
man.
think
He
you have to
got
give him
hit
some
very
time. You
badly.
have to give him some time to play, come back. Hardik Pandya is
Yeah, yeah.
definitely a
Very
worry.
consistent.
Hardik
Yes.
Pandya is a big worry right now.
Taking things lightly, I feel Sky. I don't think he's the kind of player who will take things very lightly, Ashu. Seeing someone like Surya who has worked his backside off in Ranji Trophy cricket and he has worked hard to get till here, I don't think he'll give it things so easily up. You may see a different Surya in the coming games. Watch out for Surya.
Hmm. True, true. I agree with
Affan
you.
says big five changes in Pakistan World Cup squad. Seriously, they changed?
I
What
don't
happened?
know.
I mean, even I don't
Yeah,
know.
could you
What
could you tell the
changes?
five players? I think we are not updated on that, Afghan, if you can.
I mean, based on what changes? Did the chairman or the prime minister come in and change the team or something
I
suddenly?
think the prime minister had a discussion, right, with the players yesterday. That's the news that
I
more. I
heard, yeah,
mean,
yeah, he was in constant touch with the
Ramesh Raja said yesterday,
Ramiz Raja. Exactly, exactly. I
but
mean,
I don't know
five
the
changes.
changes.
That's a bit harsh, don't you
I
think?
think they wanted to bring in Mohammad Amir back to the 2020 squad. I mean, that's what Ramesh Raja wanted, but I think Amir rejected the
I mean,
contract offer.
is it
That's what
right
has
to
happened.
play get a guy back who is on retirement? I don't know.
I
Let's see.
don't know.
Fight.
That's
Yes.
that's the thoughts of the Pakistan Cricket Board, right? So
No,
we
I'm
can't
talking
debate.
in general. Based on what did you change? Just for T20 World
Yeah,
Cup, is
that's
it?
true. Mm.
Let me
I don't know
see.
about these 5 changes that Afan is talking about. Big 5 changes in Pakistan World Cup squad.
I am not seeing anything yet here on the news channels or Google anywhere. There may be
Could
hints
be.
that could be changes, but not yet official. I don't know. I mean, if you do
I
see
don't know.
anything,
I do
please
not
do
know.
share with us, Afan.
Ashutosh says
Thanks
here
for the update.
2011 and 2016 RCB reach final. So every 5 years, once they reach final, and we know what happens in finals for RCB. Great stat there. Yeah, RCB against Sunrisers, they lost by 5 runs in 2016.
See,
7 runs,
no, no,
I
I
can remember.
think
7 or 8.
honestly that was what that sort of game where Ben Cutting cut loose and we lost that game. That was the year when Virat Kohli had that amazing. And 2011 was the year when Chris Gale fired
Chris Gayle.
all those, but in the final he misfired
This
against
year, I think
Ravichandran
it's going to
Ashwin.
be a bowl. I think Harshar Patel, I don't know. He's seriously a good. I wish that they can make changes. I mean, outside the squad doors until 2000. I mean October 10th, because Harshar Patel is a he's in really good form right now.
Yeah,
8 wickets ahead of the second bowler, I think. But the thing is now, see now Pakistan also PSL. They didn't
they have
opt
a
in front
national
of
20
Dani
cup
also.
something going on now, man, in Pakistan.
The tournament.
Yeah, they are domestic
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
T20, I
yeah.
think.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Must be
maybe
from that. I
that's
don't
where
know. I
some
have
people
no
may
clue
have come
about
good
that.
and done well.
Could be. I have no clue. But yeah, Harshal Patel,
Probably
yeah, he
says a
could.
lot of bowling quality. Yeah, very optimistic Ashu. Okay, in the Krupu says very optimistic to Ashu. So see, keep the optimism bit down. 2016 gave away ABD as well. Vipul Sharma took AB wicket. Yes, we all. Hey, let's not remember all those flashbacks, man. Let's look forward. Don't
It's a
rub
bit
wounds on
painful,
all
yeah.
those old things. Yeah,
Mm,
this
true, true.
time,
We
see,
need
I
to
told
move
no,
forward.
Isala namde. What I don't know, but something namde.
What position is RCB in the table now?
Third,
Third, no?
third.
Still.
Yeah, Pavan. Since the league started, whether we lost or won, we are at number three. Constant.
I think they
I
can
hope.
reach the playoffs. I think right now, I think RCB can. I think, in my
I
opinion, they can do it.
yeah. I
They
mean,
can do
ideally
it
they
this time.
should.
Because KKR lost today. That was the match. That was the match that
Yeah.
KKR had to win, and they couldn't
If
win.
KKR
So
had won,
now,
that would have opened the table more.
now I think RCB have a good chance. I'm happy. I'm happy that RCB is going to the playoffs. As a IPL fan, I'm happy because RCB usually, hopefully, they do well this time in the playoffs. That's what I hope, that they can do something, at least reach the finals at least somehow.
See, Pavan, as I think Ashu said here, not just those 2 years, even in 2009 we reached the final under Kumble.
Yeah.
Uh, thing was those key moments which were until then the game was favoring RCB. Suddenly one stupid moment came and we lost. Those things need to be avoided.
Yeah, lucky is a bit bad when it comes to finance for RCB. I mean, that Sunrisers
Not just
game, very
final, even
unfortunate.
some
Very unfortunate.
eliminator games. Yeah.
I mean, very unfortunate to lose that final in
Feel that RCB
2016.
will not be part of top four, but every 5 year record. Hey, bro, every 5 year, no. 2009 also we reached
Why,
final. Not just
why
11
would
and
you bring
16.
that
2009 we
record?
reached final. Anil Kumble was captain. So you are talking about
Against,
this decade, I think, maybe. 3 times we reached final, three
against
finals we
Deccan
lost.
Chargers.
Ah,
That's
yeah,
not
Deccan
a
Chargers. That's what.
useful stat over there.
Pawan, RCB or DC? Tell.
DC. But I feel bad. I mean, I'm talking about as an IPL fan in general. Punjab Kings or RCB, if they reach a playoffs, I'm happy
Yeah,
as a IPL fan, because they
correct.
haven't reached the playoffs that much. I mean, compared to MI or CSK, they always reach. Now, last year CSK didn't reach the playoffs. That's fair. This time
Hmm.
MI most probably might not after so many years.
Yeah,
These two teams
could
have been
be.
the most consistent, right?
Yeah,
Compared to all the other 8 teams. That's the thing. MI has won 5 times, CSK has won 3 times. So
yeah.
it's good to see if some other team wins, right? To see make MI and CSK somehow come back. I want to see that. When
And if
CSK and
something like
MI
that
don't
happens,
win a IPL
Pawan,
title,
fans around the world also will know that other teams also play IPL.
yeah, that's true.
Always, it's always like MI, CSK, CSK, MI.
Hmm.
Let's see other teams do well.
But I think RCB also, they have a good fan base, no, big fan base also, even though
Yeah,
they haven't won IPL title because
yeah.
of
I
Virat
think
and ABD and
Maxwell
uh,
now,
yeah.
and of course, including the Sri Lankans, two players now. I think
Yeah, but
crept
I
into
think
the Sri
everyone
Lankan
lost
territory
hope
also.
on those
No,
those
no,
two
no. What
already.
I'm saying in terms
Yeah,
of the marketing point of view,
yeah, that's
you
true.
get a
Yeah.
few local players from certain countries. I don't
Even
know
now,
about
Tim
Tim
David
David.
also could get this
Yeah,
thing from Singapore and that those
yes.
kind of from Southeast
Ashu
Asia. Yeah,
says
that's true.
SRH, PBKs, RR are out. I don't know about RR straight away, Ashu. I think RR still have a chance because they
Yeah.
have played one game less.
Hmm.
They have an
Rajasthan
outside
have a
chance.
chance. They have
Yeah,
a chance.
Rajasthan as well as KKR could be in the top four.
That game against RCB very crucial. Rajasthan now. That's
Yes,
the game.
yes.
Tomorrow against Sunrisers, they can't lose. They can't lose that
They can't
match.
lose, yeah.
I don't know, but SRH is a bit interesting. I don't know if SRH can pull a surprise. I have a feeling that the Sunrisers might beat Rajasthan tomorrow.
Honestly, Pawan, jokes aside, if you
Yeah.
can't beat Punjab team here, chasing 120, I don't know where SRH will win.
Yeah, but the Rajasthan and Punjab, it was a close match. No, it was very unfortunate that Rajasthan, I mean, luck aside, I
Yeah,
mean, it was pure luck for Rajasthan to win because their fielding was bad. Their batting middle order was
very bad.
even worse. It was a blessing in disguise. I'm telling you, it was a blessing in disguise for. I mean, Tyagi just bowled the hell out
Yes.
of. I mean, that last over to ensure that Punjab Kings won't win that match. So that
It will be
I mean, luck
interesting
did play aside in that match.
tomorrow what they do because last game I think they lost to whom did they lose to RR? Sanju was playing right against
No, they
yesterday.
lost to DC.
DC, yeah.
Yesterday.
Sanju was the lone warrior there. Nobody else stepped up. They missed someone like a Chris Morris there. He's all around. I know he's been leaking runs and something.
Yeah.
I think he was a big miss for them. I hope
Yeah.
their bowling is sorted because their bowling is a bit weak.
Bowling is but still, I don't know. I think DM Livingston shouldn't open in the first place.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah. He
better
should
for
not
Sanju
open.
Samson to open with Jaiswal and make Livingston bowl. I mean, better in the
Number
middle
three
order
or
for
four.
me.
I mean, they could have opened with someone like a Miller. I felt he has the experience of batting top out the order, and he's the kind of
But he's
player.
done that for Punjab Kings, Kings 11
Yes,
Punjab that time, and he hasn't been a success that much. Miller.
but you see, who is the more important player for you, Miller or Livingston? You have to give your best player the
Experience
best.
wise, yes, Miller. Miller is
No, no, no.
definitely.
At this point of time, informed player is Livingston. You want to give
Yeah.
him the number that suits him more, or
Yeah.
give a has been player. So better go with
This
Miller. Nothing to lose.
Mahan Bora can come back, right? He opens, right? He used to open
He's a
for
opener.
Kings
They
11
can change
Punjab
this
that
guy.
time.
Rian Parag hasn't done anything apart from bowling those underarm deliveries. You can
Hmm.
keep him outside. Use some Manan Vora and all these players. Shivam Dubey
Because they have
maybe.
experience, right? Why would you leave them out in the? I mean, in the bench. That's what he can open definitely because. Evan Lewis, I'm not sure if there's something happening with the others. If Evan Lewis is fit tomorrow, definitely he should be back in the
Yes,
Rajasthan Royal
agreed.
squad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's a gun player, man. Even though he's in form for the
I don't know why he was
Saint
out
Kitts
for that
teams.
game.
I heard
So
both him and Morris were unselectable for that match. I don't know what that meant. Maybe it was a day game. These people felt tired. Not sure.
okay.
When is the auction?
I don't have idea.
Auction December, I think, Ashu. We'll get to
I
know
think you
because
must be knowing that more than us, Ashutosh, about the auction.
thing is, Pawan, these things keep getting changed at the last moment because the two
Yeah.
teams, the new teams, they will be auctioned on October 7th, I guess.
Yeah, they're saying by October 10th or something, they'll be deciding the new
Yeah,
cities, no?
yeah.
Yeah, that is
So
going to
we
be
will know.
interesting also.
Probably my guess will be Ahmedabad and Lucknow for sure.
So,
Other
will these two
teams,
teams have advantage compared to the other teams now coming up now to select the whole team now? Will they get a choice of players? So, how is it going to happen now?
no. Actually, you will say it's a disadvantage because the other existing 8 teams they can retain 3 players maximum, 2 Indian and 1 foreigner. I don't know if all teams will retain
But
three
wouldn't be
each.
fair, like, okay, the 8 teams select their 3 players, right? Can't
Hmm.
these two new teams like have a separate auction and take at least 5 players from each side? I mean,
No, no,
yeah,
no,
I mean, for them to take 5 players or 3 players at least, like the other 8 teams, because
no,
then they'll
Pawan.
have to go from the whole desk and start from. this thing.
That's
No, it's
their
going to be
bad luck,
difficult
right?
for them, right?
See, these 8 existing teams already have a fan base based on player availability or their stature. You can't let go of those players and put them in the auction and the new team buys. That following will be lost. For example, if RCB don't retain Virat Kohli or something,
No, no, I'm not saying like that.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
just imagine no players retention is allowed. You don't keep a Virat Kohli in RCB. First of all Virat be happy is the second thing. I mean that fan following will be lost, right? So that's why
yeah,
the retention comes in to keep some continuity going. That's all it is.
yeah.
Two
But
new
will
teams.
these
That's
two
their
new
luck,
teams
man.
face competition? I mean, amongst those 8 existing teams, now these
See,
teams have to choose
Pawan.
all the players, right? It's going to be
Yeah,
very
I'll tell
difficult,
you.
right? This is the
I'll tell
issue.
you. Actually, the two new teams will be in advantage position. Okay, for example, you are given a budget of 100 crores to make your team. Okay, you retain 3 players. Straight away, 25 lakhs are lost. Not 25, 35. So you are left with 65 lakh to build a team of say 20 people. Out of which 3 people are already taken because of retention. So 17 people, 65 lakh you are left to build a team. Whereas if you're a new team, you get 100 full crores to make your team.
Mhm.
So you can actually buy more people.
Yeah, but when Rising Pune Super Giants and Gujarat Lions and those
That
two
was a
teams
different thing.
form,
That
they
was because of the ban on CSK and RR, right? That's a different
mm.
thing. When
I can't
new
remember
team came,
about Pune Warriors and this
yeah,
what Kochi
Kochi,
Casters Kerala. I don't know what
they were
happened that
not given
game.
anything, right? So precedence has been set, irrespective of which two team comes now. The same rules has to be followed, right? Or else
Mm.
it's unfair on the existing teams or the old teams.
Mm. I agree. Mm.
So I
Yeah.
think it's always been our man. We have been discussing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, hope tomorrow. I think I have a feeling that Sunrisers might actually win one match. I hope. I don't want that to happen, but I just have a feeling that Sunrisers might, after Jason Holder's heroics, I think Sunrisers might have a chance tomorrow against
Okay, I have a
Rajasthan.
gut feel. Out of the existing 4 matches or something that Sunrisers are left, they may win one match, and that will be the table spoiler.
I think tomorrow could be the table spoiler
Could be.
tomorrow,
Never know.
and Rajasthan could be in trouble. This could be good for Mumbai Indians fans tomorrow if Rajasthan lose
Yes.
now.
This is what I was saying, Pavan. Whoever are their core fans of their particular teams, they'll be supporting some other team so that they win or lose, so that their team goes through.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I
So
agree.
all these things, like I am a RCB fan, so I will support MI. No, no, no. If some other team, Hyderabad has to win, also I'll support so that RCB helps.
Yeah,
You
I agree.
understand? That is what
Yeah.
the truth is.
Hmm. But as a DC fan, I don't need to support anyone because now top two anyway confirmed for DC right now. It's just between
Yeah,
Chennai. It doesn't matter if we finish 1 or 2 anyway to face CSK in the qualifiers once. We have to be
yeah.
DC have to be more prepared against that CSK game, and the round two hopefully they will do well. As what happened in match 4, they chased that 190. Hopefully they can do that this time in UAE more
Yeah.
in than in Indian. If it was Indian conditions, I'm very confident about this DC team. I'm a bit
Mm.
slightly bit concerned now because of how CSK have been coming back. That's the issue with their form.
Honestly, Pavan, I feel it should be the reverse. If it's an Indian condition, Pakka, I will say CHK because of the knowledge of Dhoni. It's UAE conditions, DC have a chance because guys like a Rabada and Notge have bowled superbly in
Hmm.
these
True.
conditions. So
True. True.
DC should fancy in UAE conditions than in Indian conditions.
Yeah. True. But still, I mean, if it's not in Chennai, also still Chennai Super Kings struggle, right? Most.
In Chennai, Chennai will only win here.
Yeah, I know that.
99%.
I know that if now they played in neutral venues, no, now CSK in the first
Mhm.
half.
Yeah.
This was the thing. No, this is why now Sunrise, a team like Sunrisers Hyderabad also struggled in the first half.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And a
Let's see, it's a
KKR.
long tournament still. We'll have more reviews. We'll get to know what happens. Every day
Yeah,
table
hopefully.
keeps changing.
Hmm. True,
But
true.
only RCB remains constant.
Yeah, hopefully RC will make it to the playoffs this season also, and hope they
Yeah,
can
yeah.
go ahead in that. Who I don't know, they might play a eliminator, so hope they win that eliminator and go to the qualifier too
Yeah, it
this
depends
time.
whom we are playing. Could be KKR. If it's KKR, it'll be tough. If it's Rajasthan, maybe relatively more easier, I'll say. Let's see. See, there I'm saying, as an RCB fan, I'll say let
I
RR come
I
in,
think
it'll be easy
even
for.
I think even Mumbai Indians. I think this time RCB can this time around.
See, historically, this is the first time in our IPL career RCB has beaten Mumbai in both the legs of
Twice.
the season. Never happened. Who knows if they come? Our luck that day only we should lose to them. We don't know.
Yeah, it's maybe, yeah. Hopefully it's KKR, but KKR is also a tough team. But
Very tough.
I think RCB can do, if Maxwell can step up like what he did today and ABD. I think they can, RCB can't be stopped
See,
any. I
Maxwell steps
mean,
up once in 5, 6 matches. ABD are sure like at least 2 in 4 matches he'll step up.
yeah, that's right. If those top four can play well, Kohli, Padikkal, I don't know about the wicket-keeper batsman. I'm not that
He
sure about
played well,
him. But
man. To start with, Srikar Bharat. Poor guy.
Maxwell and ABD, even Tim David can step up. This
Yeah.
RCB team won't be stopped. And in bowling wise, they are anyway good right now. Chahal and
See, if
Harshal
they get
Patel has
this
been.
par score, like if it's Dubai, you know it's 160. If they get
Yeah.
160, RCB will win, man. The bowling they have, they can defend it. It depends
Hmm.
if it's reverse. When they are under par or they have to score above par, then tough.
True. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you, Rohan. Yeah, I think it's too
Yeah,
late. Yeah,
Pawan.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks. I
Steve.
think
Bye. See
everyone
you.
slept. Chalo. Till then, take
See
care,
you.
all of
Bye. See
you.
you.
And enjoy and have fun, man. Okay, all of you enjoy again. RCB fans. Isala. Namde. Kana. Chalo. See you. Bye.
जोश भर के we're ready for the challenge बैट अप करके